thought it'd be a little bit more fun to coach?
Not really. When you shoot out of the right 3 times in the last 8 minutes of the game.
Records are good.
What's that?
Yeah, the records are good.
Sometimes. I thought, obviously we played well enough to win. Our special teams were outstanding. I thought Nathan did a great job in the fights tonight. Win's a win. Right now we got to figure out more ways to win games, and we still got to continue to work on our 5-on-5 offense, but it was a pretty good effort.
When Patrick Coletta was assigned here, that type of shift, drawing that penalty there, I mean, that's pretty much classic Patrick Coletta.
That was the turning point of the game for sure. I thought they were right on the doorstep there, and he goes out there and kind of takes the game by the horn, so to speak. And his line goes out there, buzzes around, and he starts getting people riled up, and they never were the same after that shift. So full points for him for doing his job out there. He did a great job.
Kevin Porter, I mean, you knew him before, he was here, he's the captain, now he comes back. Not the captain, a little bit of I don't know, is that any sort of transition for him, or is it pretty much filling in the same role that he was in last year?
I think it is a transition. I think any time that players come, his role here is different than it was in Buffalo, and that's a huge, not to mention the mental part of being sent down. It takes guys time. You talk about Larson and all these guys that are going through this right now, Ristolainen, he plays a lot different role here than they did in Buffalo. So mentally you got to get over that hump, and then you got to get more touches on the puck, and then you got to get more confident with it. You're on the power play now. Kevin obviously is going to be a guy that we need down the stretch, and his speed up the middle is huge for us. So it's hopefully a breakout game for him.
Is he been around long enough to not, start asking himself, what are they doing up there? They just played the guy off waivers who is me, or whatever, not necessarily, but.
I'm sure those thoughts go through his mind, but again, you can't worry about what you can't control. What's done is done, and he's got to make a case here if he wants to get back to the National League that he's a National League player. And he's going to do that by playing games like he did tonight, showing leadership, being a guy that we can count on in offensive situations as well as playing in his own zone, and taking guys like Armia under his wing and showing them how to play the game. So he needs to continue to play that way, and things will work out for him. He's a good player, and he's gonna find his way back.
Ristolainen was, I don't know if this was his most physical game, but he didn't seem deterred when they tried to push back and, maybe, I don't know if intimidate's the right word, I don't know if it was to that degree, but, he continued to play the way he had early.
Yeah, he's a house. He's huge. And I thought probably Saturday night in Utica was his most physical game. And I actually talked to him about, he needs to make sure that the game is a little bit less physical for him, only in terms of moving pucks quicker so he's not always having to fend guys off. We want him to be physical without the puck and remove people from the puck, and obviously want him to be strong on it, but he doesn't have to have the puck all the time. He's got to move it a little bit quicker. But he was a force out there tonight. He's a huge kid, and he's got a great shot as he showed in the power play. So, we're encouraged just with where he's at, but again, that adjustment of going from being a 12-minute-a-night defenseman in the National League to playing 20 to 24 minutes here, for a kid his age is going to be a tough transition, but he's certainly good enough to do it.
And trying to play that physical will not work 3 games in 4 nights.
And that was the exact conversation I had with him. At the end of those 3 nights, he's either going to turn the puck over trying to break it out when he's got 2 guys draped on him, or he's not going to be able to finish a guy down low and get us out of the zone when he normally would be able to. And that's going to be the same if he's going to be a big player in the National League too, because they're big guys up there, and you have to manage your minutes, and you have to know when to be physical and when not to be. He probably is a guy, even sometimes at this level, when he just wants to get the puck and take it out of the zone, he's so big and strong that he just does it, but that eventually wears you out over the course of the game.
Of course, ending now the 4-game losing streak make tomorrow for Thanksgiving a little bit more pleasant for everyone.
Yeah, it certainly will. Obviously, it was a big one for us in terms of that, and I just think that our effort level has gotten a lot better, and our urgency has gotten a lot better. I really thought our start was just okay tonight. Nathan made a huge save in the first minute, to keep them off the board. And then, we kind of got our legs going, but as many games as we're playing in this stretch, we really got to manage our energy right now. And that's my biggest concern going forward, is just making sure that we're getting guys enough rest here so we can be, playing more of aggressive style, really going at teams, because I think we got a team that can do that.
Are you skating tomorrow?
We're bringing the guys in. I don't think we're going to skate. We haven't decided on that 100% yet.
What time?
10 o'clock.